ground, you have tendency whenever you dance anything, like you do a routine, everything is hold up. So you do your leg, then you here, then you walk, 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 run, run, run. You everything holds. So you're missing the very essence of rumba and any Latin dance. It's the settling into your hip. So whatever you do, it's how the movement is continuing after. So also in your lines, even you hit your line, he turn you, and you hit the line, you hold, like you did la la la, you hit the line, and nothing happens after. The same with lines. If you hit the line, it's the stretch after. That's what beautiful, not the line itself. But if we take lines out of it, it's just like for every walk, what you can add is just a little bit release and into your own hip. So you take a step and then you release into a hip. Step into release into the hip. Step into release into the hip. So you step, we call it over, then we go into, and then we pass the leg. Over, into, then we pass. Over, into, that we pass. And then as you dance, most of the time you're going to feel that release. Into release, into release. So letting your body release into the hip. So it will create a little bit more continuity to everything you do. So you have side actions. Let's say you're going side to side. So when you actually did this movement, it was nice. But as when you take a steps, like you can step backward and forward and side and 2 and 30 and forward. So whatever you do, for example, you do your, let's do this small exercise, and you only say it's like a fan position. You have this, so you go and 2, you change feet, and then make sure you release into the hip after you go and 30 and forward. So your dance will have a little bit softness, a little bit continuity. Just this little thing without, and also to every time you stretch, let's say you hit some pose and there is a stretch after that. That's what you sell. So it's not a step, it's the stretch what happens after.
Your feet, when you're passing through, do you do like a full point every time or more like a demi point?
Yeah. So the very good question. So the feet go toe, ball, then heel. Toe, ball, heel. And you see, Liz, you're a little bit not doing this. The one little, yeah, and you, Michael, come here. So you're not doing very simple thing, which is very easy to fix. Look, close your feet. It's actually when people do ballet, they do this mistake all the time. So watch, you see your right knee. If you bend your right knee, it should automatic change your hip. And what happens to you somehow, you see you're bending the knees and there is no change in here. So do this exercise. Well, it's very simple. Don't try to even like control it. You see, it's naturally, if you relax your knee, the hip changes. If you straight your knees, the hip parallel, somehow, I don't even know how you do it, but then you're bending the legs and you keep everything together. So then you lose that groundness and that continuity. So just focus on bending your knee and that changes your hip. Quick and quick, slow. So so similarly here, let's say if my leg is back, I have a high hip. Now watch, as I bend my knee, the hip is, see? So then you have that, a little bit this release over this leg. And walk. And yeah, and you see that the beauty of the every action would be that you have the releasement of the hip, like you have action behind your body. You see, there's something action behind you, and walk, and walk, and walk. So when we do walks, it's and walk, not just walk. So we go and walk, and walk, and walk, and walk, and walk, and walk. And try with me a little bit. Go. Yeah, go walk, and 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 yeah, do this bend 90-degree position and do this and. But you see, also the idea is not to finish right away. Idea is that process of finishing, right? Once you finish the last moment, you take off for the next and walk and walk and go walk and walk and walk and yeah, very good. You do this, Michael, this exercise, and then you will see how your dance will change. Walk, and yeah, and walk, and walk, and now give me a little bit of pressure forward, yes. Feel this, and then immediately with this end, take a look how your leg will look nice. You see, and then you have these curves. Try this. So you're gonna,
Quick
yeah, yeah.
question for this exercise. So when your feet are together and you're changing weight, do you wait for this leg to get straight before bending, or can they both be slightly bent?
Yeah, yeah, they can be both slightly bent, of course, yeah. They can be both slightly bent, they can be too straight, yeah, but it can be both bent. Walk and walk. And what you, Michael, need to learn, watch, so you're going and step. And so basically, you want her to connect her shoulder to the hip on count and. So if you want her to do this, you're gonna do it in your own body. And walk and walk and walk and walk and. So this will add a little bit more like a Latin action to both of you. It's very simple. It's fun to teach, fun to dance. And yes, here and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk. Excellent. So let's put this a little bit and. Understand the idea of and?
Yes.
So it's a little bit of and. Let's say if we break everything, let's say if we have slow, we have this quick, quick, slow. Let's now pay attention not only the step itself, but on the end after that. And quick, and quick, and slow. And quick, and slow. Or think almost like a hip, and hip, and hip, 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 hip. Quick, and slow, and rather than only legs and holding it up there. So adding a little bit action. And so this is a continuity in steps, which most of your routine is a step, but you have also lines. And when you have line, we look for how we stretch this line. For example, when Michael, you hit this position, you were too much right away there. So it's not much to stretch. So what I would recommend, get here, and then you see I'm getting here, not high. And then the whole idea how I develop this line has become interesting because you cannot do and, so you have to do something there, right? And the same for you, Liz, here also. If you're here, you have to the development of that leg, not the straightened right away. So development of the hand, the same. You don't want to freeze your hand. Develop, 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 develop. Stand up and walk, walk, walk. Got it? So
Yeah.
so without changing routine, we can work on how we dance. Just adding. Yeah, yeah. To take it from beginning, we're gonna go. It's actually fun. It's very easy to you without changing routine. So go from how you get into that position as well, like how you walking out. Yeah. Quick, quick. Yeah. Whoa. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Then you go and tick, 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 tick. This was actually great. Yeah, this was great. Boom. You react to him. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. And no, see, don't walk out. So if you want to make pretty, you see, imagine like with your booty, you hitting him on the back, like stay there, like stay. You are Michael, right? If I stay here, do you want me to just walk away, or do you want me to do this and walk? You feel like so you go, you're doing action almost like with your bum, you're pushing off him. And yes, so you see, just like to you, it may think is nothing, but this actually creates so much beauty rather than because you look a little bit like somebody push you. Yeah, yeah, you're like falling over and rolling. And here you have that, and then you take off. Yeah. And you will feel more comfortable, more connected with music too. Right. Here, here, here. And get up. And, walk, and walk, walk, walk. Much better. Walk. And then also, so this is example here. Let me fix it. That was great already, by the way. So this you did, and walk, walk, and walk. Now, as you turn, and after that, where's darling? Turn, you have to do and after that. Don't just stay there. So you go turn and turn and right. And maybe if it take you for a while, and he takes for the long time, and then you go hip hip again, like you have. Otherwise, it's like okay, so too much frozen. And walk, 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 and hippie, hip. Yeah. That's already better. Yeah. So this part was very good actually. Walk, 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 walk. And okay, here, for example. So this part was very good. You overturn. This was quite good. Walk, walk. Now, if you want to do this delay, you go towards him and now really deep, pushing your shoulder towards your hip. And you have to move away. Tick. Yeah, and so when you want to do delay for her, you also send your leg back. So go, Badani, overturn, go to me, walk, walk. So you invite her to you. So you come to me, and now you send your leg back. Boom. Yes, short connection. Yeah, and you connect your shoulder to hip. Got it? Let's delay walk. But for you, it's very important that you get into that hip and. So it's this action again. Yes. Let's try it. Overturn back, go back and front, and run. Yeah, this was great. Next one, boom. Like and here, switch your legs. So here you are too close. It's better to make a step that way because it's a little bit too close.
From here, take a step.
Yeah, like you have to be as much as maybe even show me how you exit. Maybe do it differently. Tick, 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 walk. Okay, maybe like this. Yeah, but you have to move. And it tries me. Maybe I'll do extra step for you. Walk, 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 and one more step. Walk, and this is a little bit better. This is better for you will be 2 steps. Walk, walk, and yeah, because you need a distance. So then you can do that, and after that, walk, run, walk, and now watch, walk and do fan, and walk, and yes.
I need you to push me like that, okay?
Yeah. And then you hit position, and then you go and. So you feel like a little bit booty. So try it again. Try it.